Senator Chandler.
Thank you, Chair. Commissioner, could you please outline what requirements there are for charities to not engage in illegal conduct?
In?
Illegal conduct.
Broadly speaking, again, they would have to have a purpose of doing that to really breach the disqualification. However, if they consistently break laws, we would begin to say, I think that's really what you're about. And then, I guess what we're getting at here is who broke the law? Were they at the behest of the charity? Were there minutes which said, let's decide to do this? Or was it some outliers when they're out on the street, some were peaceful and some broke the law? Again, you would be coming back and saying, what was the point? What was the purpose here? Mm-hmm. Or were there just other activities that were unfortunate byproducts?
So when does an illegal activity become an illegal purpose?
That's a beautiful question, and we don't...
Thank you. I've never been told that before in estimates. Thanks.
Well, it's a cunning response, though, because we don't... There is no slide rule that says, gotcha. Because the common law here, there are very few cases. Mm-hmm. So there's not a lot of guidance as to what's in and what's out. And, we could talk about my appetite for going to court if you like, but the point is I'm trying to stand back and say, was this really their purpose, or they're just a bunch who are playing up? The other thing too is we can provide advice to say, I think you're getting really close to the line, and if you do this again. And we have done that from time to time. Because what we're saying to the charity is, if you establish a pattern of law breaking, it looks to me like it might be a purpose, you're going to trip our act. But unless and until it doesn't.
Speaking of repetitive activity and the fact that that might lend itself to a potential illegal purpose, I'm just going to read out a few activities that the Bob Brown Foundation has undertaken in the past 6 months. So on the 12th and 13th of October 2019, the Bob Brown Foundation are alleged to have illegally entered a logging coupe in the Tarkine to hold a big canopy campout. Gates were cut and road closed signs were pushed over and damaged. On the 22nd of January this year, 5 people from the Bob Brown Foundation were arrested in Hobart after supergluing themselves to railings in the offices of Sustainable Timber Tasmania. The ABC reported on Monday, 3rd of February this year, 3 people were arrested and subsequently charged by police for trespass and wilfully obstructing a police officer following a protest in the Tarkine. And in February this year, some 30 protesters blockaded the tar and timber mill in Smithton, Tasmania. The protesters appeared to have trespassed onto the mill. Police were called and 4 were arrested. And finally, also in February this year, at least 13 protesters have been arrested from the Bob Brown Foundation in the Tarkine, having trespassed and chained themselves to machinery. Is this the sort of repetitive, consistent law-breaking behaviour that might make you think the Bob Brown Foundation has broached what you would call an illegal purpose?
I thank you for the information.
Do you want to keep going? I think that answer speaks volumes myself. But
as do I. What investigations could you undertake then to determine to the extent of which the Bob Brown Foundation has
No, I don't want to get into particulars. I just thank you for the information. And,
okay.
And I really do have to withdraw and think about the extent to which a series of activities would constitute a purpose. It's something we have to think about.
Thank you very much, Commissioner. I hope you have a good think about that.
okay.
I said I'd put mine on notice.
Excellent. Thank you very much.